Hello, I'm Kehinde Adeyemi.
And I'm Richard Matchett.
It's a pleasure to welcome you
to BIMHarambee 2021.
We have a jam-packed program of interesting content for our conference this year.
And we'd like to invite you to join us online between the 18th and the 22nd of October on this online conference. Kehinde, can you share with us a little bit about what BIMHarambee is all about?
Now, BIMHarambee is a very interesting word that means a coming together. So BIMHarambee.Africa is a coming together of BIM practitioners across Africa to share knowledge, insights, to share their experiences, to bring the knowledge home across board for the collective development of Africa.
Fantastic. And what really excites me about it is that it is all of us together. It's not one specific region, but it really brings all of the professionals together to see how do we align and how do we have a common purpose in delivering better engineering to our clients.
You see, what I really like about BIMHarambee is that it's not a one-off event, right? It's an event that comes up every year. This year, it's not going to be different. I mean, what maybe will only be different this year is that we're having a week-long engagement rather than a month that we had last year. But the content is still spot on, top-notch. We have a lot of professionals coming together, and that's really something to watch out for.
We're also looking ahead. As this is not just a once-off, this is part of a journey that we're walking as a continent. And together, we're looking ahead this year at what BIM might look like in Africa in 2030. We're setting our sights ahead so that we can then plan what are the next steps as a continent. And that might include things like policies. It might include different ways of looking at education, different focus on curricula. We've got students involved this year. So really, the essence of what we're hoping to achieve this year is to develop a united vision for what BIM is going to look like in 2030, and then to start taking steps in that direction. So we've got a jam-packed program for the week. It's only 5 days, but in those 5 days, we're going to be covering a lot. Let's talk a bit about the lineup and about what the participants can expect to enjoy.
So, we have these very peculiar scenarios where BIM seems to be a mystery to a lot of people, practitioners across Africa. And they keep asking you, some people still think BIM is a software. Some people think BIM is just something that they can't really put to use out there. So, when we have case studies like this, we have a number of case studies, and we have case studies on BIM for on-the-ground infrastructure, BIM for GIS integration to projects, there's a consideration for BIM over a period of 10 years in Morocco. So this should be able to bring home the concept of BIM on how you can put it to use. I mean, it's a process, right? It's a process, how you put your team together, collaboration, getting results, avoiding errors, wastages, and all that. So we see this in practice, and it helps the professionals to relate closely with the concept of BIM and how it's put to work.
We're also looking forward to sharing knowledge, specifically around smart cities. What are they, and what does the interaction between BIM and smart cities? Looking at BIM from a project coordination basis, so looking at not just 3-dimensional, but also 4D, 5D, and 6D BIM, and what does that mean and how is it achieved? We're looking at the impact of data and big data, specifically around the idea of digital twins and how data can be used in asset management. And of course, I think one of the interesting things these days is scan to BIM, how laser scanning and reality capture can bring the information from the existing world into a virtual environment so that we can actually interact with it.
We are also looking at being able to inspire attendees to drive and put BIM into action in their respective contexts, whether vertical, horizontal, deploying that in infrastructure for maybe at a national level, at a maybe a smaller level. I mean, just get going with BIM, putting the experiences together, delivering value, and letting the African continent really feel the disruptive power of BIM from the traditional to something much more better than that.
We've got a competition this year. It's a student competition around BIM. Kehinde, can you tell us a bit more about that competition?
Yes, so I'm really excited about that one. We have teams across Africa who have shown interest in this competition, and they are all working right now as we speak. The idea is to have the students channel their passion, their energy, channel their creativity and experiences into demonstrating the process of, getting existing projects, existing structures, infrastructure, getting those translated into a BIM model through the scan to BIM process. And so we're going to be looking out for that. We have excellent judges. We also have teams that are guiding them through on what to do. So I'm looking out for outcomes of that. I mean, this is an African theme. It's fun. I'm excited, very excited about that.
So part of the conference, Kehinde, is an unconference. And this is something that we started a few years ago, and it's really shown tremendous value. Now, the Unconference is a funny name, and as the name suggests, it's a conference with a difference. So what it means is we get into a conference mode, and we just define the agenda that we're going to talk about as part of the conference itself. So there's a broad topic, which is how do we drive to BIM towards 2030? But the actual specifics we'll determine as we go through the conference. So it is a facilitated conversation with breakout rooms. And what we've seen with the unconferences in the past is we get tremendous value and input from a variety of stakeholders. And we really are looking forward to seeing what this year's unconference delivers in terms of insights towards smart cities and BIM in 2030.
So for all our participants, for all those who will be getting to join us, we really want the whole of Africa to join us. We are ready for you. We had a team working around the clock to ensure that you have a very brilliant experience with BIMHarambee 2021. So please, you need to get to the BIMHarambee site. Please register for the conference. Follow the links to the program as well. And you can see the lineup of all our presenters, panel discussants, moderators, and all those contributing content to case studies and all that. You can find them. As well, the Unconference, you need to register. Don't forget that. Please, we are ready to receive you. Please go all out and let's get ready for a very wonderful experience.
So we look forward to seeing you online between the 18th and the 22nd of October, online for the BIMHarambee 2021. See you there.